Like, oh my God. Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. Eric and Mom back again. We are continuing our run of Eminem's List from his Till I Collapse song. If you missed that one, be sure you go into our archives and check out the reaction where Eminem listed off all his best rappers of all time. And let's see, who have we gone through? We've gone through Redman, Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, and we did Outkast for Andre 3000. And today we're going to kind of veer off the path a little bit. We've got some R&B today to introduce this next artist. And Eminem mentions him as Jada. It is Jadakiss from the Locks. And today's song is an Usher song, believe it or not. It is Usher featuring Jadakiss. This is Throwback. This is from Usher's album Confessions in 2003. And as always, does that song title sound familiar at all?
No.
So obviously I know you're familiar with
Usher,
like songs like Yeah. This is that same album as that song.
Okay.
And like I said, this one's from 2003, the Confessions album. This was a huge album for Usher. But I thought this was a good way of introducing you to Jadakiss because he doesn't really have commercial hits. He's definitely more of like a lyrical rapper, but kind of in the same sense of Biggie Smalls. He's got a very distinct voice. But yeah, this one is produced by Just Blaze, and so that's what I like about this one is I'm not like a big R&B guy. This is more of like a hip-hop beat, which you will discover once we get into it. I'm sure some people out there are familiar with it. But yeah, the song is Throwback by Usher featuring Jadakiss.
Real talk, Usher, Just Blaze, been helping.
Starts out.
It's the last word she said to me. Now I'm wishing she was still here with me. And now that day's here, we may gotta shed tears. Right?
Now a little bit.
You never miss a good thing till it leaves you. But finally I realize that I need you. I want you back. Baby girl, I need you back. Gotta have you back, babe. Heartbroken when you left my world. Man, I wish I would've kept my girl. I love you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without my baby. It's driving me crazy because I'm missing my baby. I'm going out of my mind and I'm running out of time. Oh, I just wish I could find you, girl. Oh, I'm about to go crazy because I've been keeping you lately. I'm going out of my head and all the things that I said. I wish that I never said them now.
All right, so no Jada yet. I think he's the last verse, but what do you think of this one so far?
I like it.
Are you picking up what I mean by this is more of like a hip-hop beat?
Yeah.
So Just Blaze, I think a lot of people out there will probably know. Back in like the real commercial boom of hip-hop in like their late 90s, early 2000s, there was probably like a handful, a little more than a handful of producers who were like the pantheon of the best producers in rap. And it would have been like the Neptunes, it was Pharrell, Dr. Dre, I'm going to draw a blank on all of them now, Timbaland, Just Blaze, you could probably throw Trackmasters in there. There might be another one that I'm forgetting now because I'll think of stuff and then we'll start recording and my mind goes, what?
Me too.
But Just Blaze was, Kanye West, duh. But Just Blaze, at this point, he was really, or well, most of his career, he was basically like the Rockefeller producer, which I think we've talked about Rockefeller a little bit because we did Kanye, but Rockefeller was like Jay-Z's label.
Oh, okay.
So he would do a lot of things, like you could hear the sample at the beginning of this one. It was like, one day you're gonna need me, like kind of like the Kanye thing. So Kanye kind of took a little bit of inspiration from him. But yeah, that's why I like it, because of the hip-hop beat, because of Just Blaze.
Oh, baby, what you say now?
And he slows it down again for this part. And then Usher will come back singing and pick it back up.
If I could rewind the time and get inside your mind, I would take back all my words. I didn't see it, I couldn't see what I was doing, babe. See, baby, come I was blind, and I wish I could try to be the man that you deserve. Give me one chance to make it
on the video.
My baby, I'm going out of my mind and I'm running out of time. Oh, I just wish I could find you, girl. Oh, I'm about to go crazy, crazy. 'Cause I've been lately, I'm going out of my head. All the things that I said, I wish that I never said them now.
All right, I'll pause there. You might remember some of this time frame. A lot of this album. Do you remember he was dating Chili from TLC?
Usher?
Yeah, Usher. Do you remember any of that at all?
Mm-mm.
Back around this time, well, he had yeah. Do you remember the song "Confessions" from this? Ooh, we'll probably check that one out too. But so a lot of stuff on this album, he was talking about how he like cheated on Chili. And then the song Confessions, he talks about some of the consequences of that, which if you don't know it, we'll play it at some point. But yeah, that was kind of that time frame. I thought that you would remember that because this was around the time she was reading like Inquirer and things like that. That definitely would have been in there.
I obviously know TLC and follow them, but I didn't remember Usher being a part of that.
Yeah, there's actually... Anytime I think about that now
That's
that
the fire.
now that I
the fire in the
no,
tub?
that was Left Eye. That was the one that passed
yeah,
away.
yeah.
But no, now that we're talking about the Usher and Chili relationship, I don't remember what song it is, but might have been Vato. I can't remember, but it's a Snoop Dogg song, and he has a line where he's talking about a guy being like cool, and he says the boy was fucking Chili as if his name was Usher. It always makes me think of that. I'm like, that's a pretty good line.
Yeah. Busted.
Wish I could throw it back. I want it the way you used to be. Yeah. Yo, I'm trying to stay strong, I don't wanna crack, but I need it, and she told me I was gonna wanna back. Should've believed her, now I'm wishing I could throw me back to that exact spot where we found L-O-V-E at. Lose some, then I lose again. When I'm gonna win some, I said a lot of things out of anger, but I meant some. I brought a lot of things to the table besides income. I just want things to go back to how they used to be. I was used to you when I thought you was used to me. Time is against me, you never miss something till it's gone. That's my word, man, you convince me. It might not happen, but I'm still hoping. And my heart is broken, but the door is still open. Pillow still soaking, your boy's still loking. Dutch still lit, and the bottle's still open. If I don't get another chance, it'll be hard to get focused.
All right, what did you think of Jadakiss's verse there?
I can hear the lyrics on this one. I actually like that part of it better than the Usher part.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kind of picking up his... I wish I could, like, mimic his voice. When we get into some other Jadakiss stuff, I think you'll start to pick up. But he's, like I said, he's got that distinct voice. Like,
Yeah.
Biggie had a very distinct voice. Jada's got that, too. I thought this was a perfect way to kind of, like, ease into Jadakiss because, A, it's kind of hard to find some of his solo stuff lyrics videos. I did find one with Nate Dogg, so I don't know, you might actually like that one. But we'll definitely get into some more Jadakiss. He actually came from a group which was originally with Bad Boy Records, who we talked about in the Biggie song there. And it was Jadakiss, Sheik Luch, and Styles P. And they all kind of eventually would split off and be successful on their own, but it was never like a case of them not getting along or anything like that. But they just started out on Bad Boy, and I think they put out one album on Bad Boy, and they kind of had some problems there. And then ended up going over to Rough Riders with DMX and became known as part of that crew, which we definitely will get into some DMX as well. But back to it.
You make it drive me crazy. I'm missing my baby. Going out of my mind, running out of time. I just wish I could find you, girl. Oh, baby, go crazy. Cause I've been needing you lately. The love of my life, but I wasn't loving you right, baby. Yeah. It's driving me crazy. Cause I'm missing my baby. I'm going out of my mind and I'm running out of time. I just wish I could find you, girl. I'm about to go crazy. Lately I'm going out of my head. All the things that I said, I wish that I never said them now.
drum part is such like
The
a
last one she
classic.
said to me.
Just Blaze.
Now I'm wishing she was still here with
Just
me.
Blaze.
Now the day's here. We may gotta shed tears. I'm sitting by the phone, realizing she ain't ever coming home.
Such a classic Just Blaze sound there. That like drum and the kick and the sample. I love that beat there. But like I said, nice way to ease into some Jadakiss. So what did you think of that one?
I liked it.
I kind of figured
I
you
like
would.
it.
I know you like Usher.
Yeah,
And
but that one was kind of, it felt old.
yeah, it did.
Him and his, you know.
Yeah.
The way it's the same.
Making
that
you
he's
think of that,
doing
like,
even now.
like, oh my God. Is that what it made you think of?
No, with him it is, it's the same.
Yeah, that's always kind of been
Yeah.
his, like, kind of trademark.
Yeah.
Ad-libs. There's definitely rappers who are have ad-lib trademarks, like Young Jeezy, who we have not listened to yet. That will be coming down the road. But once again, the streak continues. I don't know if I need to keep saying it. It's going to be a shocker once we finally hit a thumbs down. But make sure you don't give us a thumbs down. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. We definitely will have some more Usher songs to come. Like I said, Confessions. And I think there's some other ones that you have not heard yet either that I've got on my list. I keep the list secret from her until we sit down to do this. But yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe as always if you have not yet. We are getting to the end of Eminem's list. We've only got 2 more artists to go, one of which, I almost just flipped everybody up, one of which includes Eminem, but that will be the last one. Next time, we will be checking out another artist that we have heard on the channel here before, so make sure you come on back for that. And until then, we will see you again.